Hello and welcome back to Gamedec. We are in Twisted and Perverted and we gotta figure out exactly what to do here. We've got a kill counter, we got a gun. Things are looking very weird here. And it looks like we're in the outfit of a game deck, so everybody is gonna know who we are, which is intriguing. Now, I will say this is gonna be another shorter episode, I do apologize, but that's why I'm gonna get going as soon as possible. Right, game rules, that seems important. An arrow pointed to a file hanging in the air. Download. I touched the file and downloaded the data. It contains the rules of the game. I mean, that seems very important, personally. That seems like we should know this. So that's the commercial. Yeah. We've already read this, right? I think we have. Is there more? Oh, gamer things. I've missed the bit at the top. Gamer things. Terms and conditions and some T&P tidbits. If you want to be a quality player, pick a partner, talk to them, invite them for a drink, come visit the theatre in this location, then when you're both feeling really good, you know what we mean, try and kill them in some way. This is the way of T&P. Don't spray and pray, and don't kill in the streets. That's not what it's about. Check out the discussion forum on the game's website and take a look at the top recordings, logins, rumours, and the What They Write About Us section. Our website is connected with the personal My Own Space pages of individual players, their blogs, and many other exciting and intimate locations. We support our players, therefore you will find an appropriate support tab on the website as well. Have fun, and remember your actions are being recorded and may be used to advertise the game. That seems a little bit odd for a adult game, but okay. Don't worry, if you're not using a masking skin, you can count on us to hide your face. If you don't want to be recorded, connect your My Own Space, etc. and block the option in the settings, otherwise you only have yourself to blame. Oh, and one more thing, you can't log out of our game by just raising your hand and sticking out your finger. No, you won't be able to open the logout window like that, it'd be too easy. You can only log out in the so-called refuge areas. In this location, refuges look like subway entrances. And lastly, this time for real, don't try bringing minors here. This really is a game for adults only. If someone too young tries to enter the gates you go through before leaving the subway won't allow it. Happy hunting, the development team. So you're not allowed to leave unless you're able to get to a subway. The gates are meant to block them from coming in, but we know that he's got some way around that. Okay, interesting. Do we have a map? No, there's no map or anything here. Alright, well, it pointed us in one direction, so let's just head in another and see if there's anything along here. Hey, you there in the coat. Show your snout. Want to see a trick? I can guarantee I can turn that frown upside down. Hello, unicorn. He looked like a horse. When I approached, he neighed like one. Hello, horse. I'm a Gamedec and... I'm no horse. He involuntarily started chewing the end of my coat, just as a horse would. What I am is a unicorn, and what unicorns do is bring magic and a glimmer of happiness to life. That was the silliest skin I'd ever seen, especially considering the wearer hadn't fully learned to operate the two extra legs and tail. He threw his head back and shook his tail. Come here, I'll show you a magic trick. Alright, let's see what we got here for Chulia. Deep thoughts. I want to be a dragon, but do I really? Some sensory worlds give us a chance to play with non-human characters equipped with extra limbs, e.g. 4 arms, or unusual limbs, wings that either replace arms or constitute an additional pair of limbs, like in the case of mythical dragons. While others let us control creatures with completely different physiques and motor skills, bears, wolves, horses, cats, etc. Playing with such a character is an exciting experience, but there are some nuances worth keeping in mind. First of all, some games only imitate non-human mobility. The player is actually running on digital legs while the model of a cat dashes forward on 4 paws. These are cheap titles, and there is no need to be afraid of them. The games that take the matter seriously have algorithms that allow the player to control extra/unusual limbs and adapt to non-human mobility. They switch around certain neural paths in the user's brain, teaching them new kinds of movement. Now this is safe as long as you remember about 4 things. 1. Only play legal games whose algorithms have been put in place by responsible engineers. 2. Never use cheats that aren't designed for that particular game. Cheats that turn you into a dragon, when used in a game that doesn't have such creatures, can be dangerous for a number of reasons. Most importantly, they can, to put it in simple words, turn your brain to mush. Bad enough that you may not be able to walk, lift a spoon, or take out your walktail for hours after leaving the couch. Use good hardware. An untested helmet paired with an illegal cheat is a recipe for movement problems, both during and after gameplay. 4. Don't push yourself too hard. That's a general rule of thumb. Even though good game pills might allow you to play for up to 4 days, don't turn this into a habit when controlling said dragon. And do not go beyond that limit. These days we're surrounded by misinformation, but personally, I would advise against 4-day sessions. Even the best suits and nutrifluids can't compensate for such long periods of immobility. To sum it up, if you want to be a dragon, go ahead, but remember about your safety and listening to common sense. No playing around. Chapter Nuances of Mobility, Professor Daniel Zak. Alright, interesting. So it seems like this game has full limb control by the fact that it said he wasn't sure about the back legs or something. Show me a magic trick. Let's watch the trick. Last thing I needed was more magic in my life, but the horse seemed eager to show me the trick. Alright, let's see it. He bucked, tripping over his leg and just barely maintaining balance. Oh yes, pick a card. He offered a deck of cards with his teeth, the cards becoming more soaked in spit by the second. Middle card. I picked this one. Ah, great, splendid. Now, focus on your card. Keep it close. His face showed an expression more akin to a cunning fox than a horse. We're dead? We just died? You freaking killed me. What was that? You killed me, you nasty troll. You don't look dead. Do you want to see a trick? Sure. A middle card. And okay. I had to see whether it was the same thing. Okay. Hey you. I know, it's a story where a unicorn brings magic into the world of a sad game deck. Pick a card. He neighed, and a hidden ace of spades fell out of his mouth. Ask about the skin. I've seen a great many things, but why this skin? It's not a skin, I'm a real unicorn. I prance around the world, have adventures, and bring magic and joy to people. Want to rub my horn? Sure. If that'll make you feel better. Ah, thanks, my fluffy friend. He bowed his head with a crafty, with as crafty a look as his crossed eyes allowed. I rubbed the horn. I think I see what's happening here. Back over to the horse. His tongue stuck out as he focused on tapping the rhythm to a children's song with his hoof. He stopped when he saw me and raised his head. I'm going to ask about the code that turns you into a horse. Can you show me the script that was run when you became a unicorn? What script? What? I was always a unicorn. I emerged from the fantasies and good intentions of children. Pity, because you know, if I had a piece of code like that, maybe I could be a unicorn, or give it to someone who wanted to become one. The only thing better than one unicorn is 2 unicorns. He wholeheartedly agreed. He agreed wholeheartedly and gave me a card with the code. A joker. Oh. Alright, well, I could now be a unicorn, I guess. I'm looking for Fredo. I'm looking for a new player sporting an expensive skin. I saw 2. 2 is better than 1. Tuggy Bay was rudely yelling at Flapdoodle, who was behaving. Tuggy Bay sure wasn't a rainbow friend. Did I help? Did I? Always help my rainbow friends. Let's find the one in the hat and prance on towards new adventure. Alright, leave. See you around. He neighed goodbye. Okay. So, how to help Fredo? We're looking for him here. Let's move. Can I move over? Is this... Ah, there we go. What was Fredo's nickname? So, strange player behavior. Player, Tuggy Bay was shoving Flapdoodle around. Okay, so I'd assume that Tuggy Bay is probably Fredo, because I think that Fredo is more the leader of the two of them, between Fredo and Timmy. So that would make sense. Okay, let's see if we got anything else around here. Definitely gonna investigate every corner. Nothing over there. Over here? Nothing. Okay. At least we learned something here. Can I just click and drag? Yeah, I can. Okay, that's good. Oh, who are you? Shit, what am I even doing here? Piss, buddy. This is Bob Zappa. I'd like to note that I don't want to put anything inside you, or pull anything out, or do anything else what these deviants do. I'm not like that. You seem to be the only normal person in this whole circus, and I have a sensitive problem. Very sensitive, I'll just say it. I'm looking for my wife. Alright, let's hear him out. Tell me more. This is how it is. I've been standing here for an hour and can't find Rhonda anywhere. At the same time, I just know she's cheating on me. Let's cut to the chase. I'm a Gamedec. I need information about your wife, not what you had for breakfast. A Gamedec? I've lucked out. I was told that she plays here often, and it's quite the results. Ugh. Alright, do you know her handle? Do you know the handle she uses? There was something in the anonymous letter. Horny or something. So will you help me? Agree. Alright, I'll look for her. Really? Thank you. There are some good people left in the world. Alright, let's investigate. Listen, I'm looking for someone, maybe. Anything to do with Rhonda? God, I don't even want to think about it. No. No, a different case, but I agreed to help you, so maybe you could help me? Yeah, alright, I'll try. Have you seen Fredo? I'm looking for a young man with access to money, okay? Did you see anyone in an expensive skin, something top of the line? A while ago I saw two guys and a woman. That sounds right. One kept looking around, but the other seemed to like it here. The first one had a cool skin, they called him Flapdoodle. Well, that would make Flapdoodle more likely to be Fredo, but okay. Damn it, I can't focus. What could she be doing now? Let's answer professionally. An investigation needs time and intelligence, trust me. Tell me about yourself. Who are you, anyway? A loser, can't you tell? That's enough. Okay. Tell me about your wife. What's her skin? Do you know what the skin your wife is wearing? Skin? On top of everything, she's wearing people's skin? I meant a skin, you know, a gaming avatar. It's like... Oh, I know what a skin is. I thought you were talking about another fetish. Human skinned alive. Oh, I have no idea what she looks like here. Her preferences? Does your wife have any special sexual preferences? Any fetishes? The letter said she's into some strange things, and she likes to push the limits. How can you push the limits in a world like this? It also said everything with everything and everyone with everything. Ugh, I don't even want to think about it. I'm going to mention my rate at the end here. I'm a Gamedec, get it? I don't work for free. He scratched his head. Damn, I'm a little short of money right now. Maybe we could come to some kind of other arrangement, eh? Alright, what are you offering? So what do you propose? I know harvest time very well. There's a gap in the code. I can tell you how to exploit it. I'll take it. Phew, I knew we would find some common ground. So I guess if I ever go to harvest time, I now have this extra stuff. Okay. Thank you. That's enough. We can ask her about being a Tell me about being a loser. A loser? I rarely hear someone being so critical of themselves. What am I supposed to be like? My wife's running off to that. He desperately searched for the missing word. He finally gave up and sighed. You know where she's running off to. Where's she going? I don't see it. Where's she running off to? Here, of course, to a world for degenerates. I was tipped off that she hangs out here, doing awful things, so I started looking for the location, some kind of exclusive level. I spent all my savings to get here, to the Sodom and Gomorrah, my own money. Yeah, he's just doing a reference. Is the game expensive? It costs that much to get in here? It's pretty expensive. I didn't get here right away because I'm a loser. The tipster wanted money, but I, a great designer, didn't want to pay. I started looking around. I told myself, Bob, you've been making games for years. You can't let yourself be fooled by dirty tricks. Well, listen. Buddy, the paywall took me for a ride. Ended up in some premium events. Like the loser I am, I had to go back to the tipster and pay. That's how I got here, broke. Tell me about your work. So you make games? I'd never touch an abomination like this one. It doesn't matter, I was fired. Oh. Got any other investigations here? My brain is boiling me. Humor me. I need to know what happened to her. No, let's just leave. Strange behavior? Was anyone around here acting strange, taking into consideration the behavioral standards of TMP? People were yelling, Flapdoodle, you idiot, and don't be mean, Tugay Bay. I heard a shot and people gathered. I didn't go. I just care about Rhonda. He started to think and stared into the distance, then snapped out of it with a disgusted look. Sorry, I just imagined Rhonda with some bum. Let's comfort him. Calm down, I'm sure she'll turn up. Let's leave. Okay, so we got some info there. So we've now got making a fuss. The player was making a fuss at the gates. And Flapdoodle wore leather skin. So now I need to figure out what Freddy's name was. Freddo might have been drawing attention to himself by using an inexpensive skin and uninteresting habit. May correspond to the boisterous behavior of a rich kid or none. We need more data, I think. And we can get more data, definitely. Okay. Codex, characters. We now know about Bob Zappa, the designer. Harvest Time only seems to be a leisure game, but someone with programming and design experience will notice numerous nuances in it despite the accelerated growth of flora. To illustrate this thesis, let's focus on the carrot. Docus, in Latin it's Docus carota. A vegetable that is rather rarely cultivated in this game. Their blooming, yes, carrots bloom in harvest time, just like in Relium, is caused by phytohormones that are released only under the condition of the appropriate environmental stimuli. After many experiences, players discovered that the blooming is accelerated by so-called vernalization, the reduction of ambient temperature to 0 to 10 degrees Celsius. Yes, in harvest time this is possible by placing a barrel of ice by the patches available from Fruity Hilda. The same applies to positive and negative allelopathy, i.e. the mutual positive and negative impacts of plants. For example, do players know that they should not plant dill next to carrots, while they will learn when they see the other players who don't achieve faster growth and find treasures more frequently? And do they know that carrots, like most plants, enter mycorrhizal relationships, that is, relationships with fungi? Carrots provide fungi with assimilates, and fungi provide the carrots water containing mineral salts, antibiotics, and the possibility of contact with other plants, because plants communicate with each other in harvest time, or innocent leisurely game, just like they do in Relium. All these processes are depicted in dependency algorithms that carry a high number of variables cared for by the created bot Hiroshi Avila, who, besides supervising the growth to 30% of the plants in the game, acts as a kind of NPC who gives fun tasks to new players. This will be all for the introduction. Now we'll move on to the most popular plants in the game, which are pumpkins, and a negative allelopathy of pumpkins with squash, cucumbers, sunflowers, and tomatoes. And we don't know anything else, but we've got our dark web stuff. Oh wait, we do have another page, maybe? We do. Oh, we have a dark web one. Oh, okay. Interesting. Release. Termination of employment. Oh, okay. As of the date, 06/29/2199, the senior designer Robert Zappa, MSc, holder of IN... Oh, that's his IN, okay. Is no longer employed... That's his identification number. Is no longer employed by Sun Games, located at Cole Tower. 23311 Katowice. Both parties agreed that his creation, the Hiroshi Avila AI, which supervises the growth of 30% of the fauna in harvest time, can assume all of his responsibilities to allow Mr. Zappa the opportunity of development working on games involving other scripts than the ones concerning plant growth and cooperation. Mr. Zappa will receive severance pay corresponding to 3 months' salary and a rating of 4.5. Furthermore, Mr. Zappa is prohibited from being employed by companies standing in competition to Sun Games, see attachment, for 7 years following the signing of this agreement. With consideration of the future of Mr. Zappa, Sun Games has purchased a liberated training course for him, which Mr. Zappa has agreed to attend. Okay, so they found him a training course, they agreed that the AI could take over what his responsibilities, and they gave him severance pay for 3 months. So it sounds like it was mutual, but it might not be. Okay, and we not got anything else in here, right? No. Okay, so that's all of our dark web information on him. And then we don't have anything else there in the news. Okay, cool. Over here? What's this? A generator. Oh. Okay. We cannot go that way. That's fine. You see that? He ran by and shot her just like that. No respect for the game. In our day... Oh, we got people all over the place here. Oh no, King exploited some strange items and were brought to you. You take me for an idiot? No, I'm your fan. A fan? Oh, it's Cheater. Hello. The man was watching me over his dark glasses. I'll ask you one question. Think carefully before you answer. Are you a damn troll? I'm from the low city. I'm just a regular low city dweller like you. He smiled wryly. I thought I got rid of the manners of the lower walkways, and yet you just found yourself a friend. All right. I could use a partner. Now let's start with our. Let's ask him about himself first. So, in general, who the hell are you? Give me something to think about. He exhaled loudly through his nose. So you don't know me, huh? A few hours ago, I was a rising good-or-bad star. There was an important match, my way to a great career, and I went to shit because of a few trolls. Wait, was he the person on the news? Good-or-bads, good-or-bad, good-or-bads. There's nothing in here. I think he was the person on the news. Oh, okay. Let's ask about the trolls. How were the trolls involved? I saw them, grinning and malicious. I tracked them here to a dead end. Zed is my only lead. Investors must be furious, leave mid-match. What was I thinking? Zed is my only lead. This is kind of very similar to the previous bit, but that's okay. Just see if I missed something. Yeah, investors must be furious and they must be livid. Weird. Anyway, I logged out in the middle of the game. So embarrassing. Tell me about the match. What's the deal with this match? I was about to score, then some trolls appeared with a strange structure. I froze, lost my seal, so I rage quit. Probably ruined my career. Now I want revenge. I froze and lost the seal. I got pissed. This is the same as before. He's telling us the same thing multiple times in a row. I wonder if that's deliberate. Anyway. I froze and lost the seal. I got so pissed off that I quit the game. Rage quit. I'm looking for them now. Alright, tell me about your career. You're in esports? I play good-or-bads. I'm pretty good. Immune to pain. This match was fucking important, with sponsors watching, and I blew it. Fucking trolls. Alright. Let's mention Bob Zappa's wife first. I need to find this one guy's wife. I see you're a person of many talents. A Gamedec, a matchmaker. What else are you hiding? You're a culinary prodigy? Maybe you collect beads. He was looking at me with a cheeky smile. Sorry, just messing with you. Did this client of yours provide any details? Her handle? Zappa said they call her horny. I'm not sure if he meant that as a handle or... Yeah, Chief, probably everybody. Everyone in here. Probably everyone is in here. Wait, Zappa is looking for her? What do you know? There is such a woman. Her name is Hornay. I saw her a few times north of the subway entrance, I believe. Good detective work, right? Oh, is that the unicorn? Oh, let's ask about Fredo. I'm looking for a kid, and Relium is the son of a wealthy businessman. His name is Fredo Haggis. My cheats are not good enough to see a player's real name. What handle did he use? I don't know yet, but I'll find out. Okay. I could use a partner. Come on, I could use your help with the investigation. Sure thing, Chief. Anything that'll keep me from thinking about my career. Alright. He's just helping me now. Investigation. I'm looking for a kid. Maybe you could help me. Yeah. Okay. Let's leave. So we know that we can go... Oh, he's going to follow us now. Okay, so at any point we need him to track down the kid, he can. Alright, hello guys. What have we got? Kill them all, Trepanor, and whoever this person is. Then you just gently place a claymore mine under their pillow and sneak in? What? I think I dozed off for a bit. I'm just going to speak to them. The man who looks like an aging hooligan was dozing off. This is kill them all. Be careful not to wake him, Chief. Kill them all is dangerous. He stirred when I came near. His sleepy gaze noticed me and he sprung into a more upright position. What a fight. Don't want to fight. I ain't come here to engage you in combat. I have a business. Too bad. Everyone wants to do business. They order, buy, pay. They order, buy, pay. Nobody wants to fight, not even rob me. You're discriminating against the old. What are you selling? What do you have for sale? He eyes me suspiciously and waited as if he expected to hear a secret password. Improvise. Show me your wares? You must have mistaken this game for another. Alright, let's move on to the investigation. I'm going to ask about Fredo. I'm looking for a kid in an expensive skin. Logged in with a friend. Their behavior probably stood out. Their behavior stood out? That's putting it mildly. The brat's caused mayhem and vanished. That's all I know. Move on to the investigation. That's enough. Leave. See ya. How about you? Do you know who that is? Oh man, Chief, it's Panasantor, a member of the legendary Painters team. Ken was so excited he forgot to whisper. So what's that? The Painters. A legendary group of players that stayed at the top of the from the 30s to the 50s of our century. They were led by Panasantor, Kill Them All, and Trepantor. Painters are 5-time winners of the Keep Riders Clan Championship. Keep Riders was a clan-based fantasy MMORPG. The game required you to be alert at all times as the enemy clans could take over an opponent's stronghold when fewer people were guarding it. The hardcore game, as popular in the 40s, had NPC support removed intentionally. Painters played the initial versions of the Pain Induction games, the precursors to the contemporary Goodabads, in which they were often victorious, and the now forbidden marathons that continue for 5 or more days. Legend has it that Panasantor could stay inside the game for 6 days straight without using stoppers. Kill Them All and Trepantor claimed in interviews that their friend perfected the art of slowing down his metabolism. Painters no longer play professionally, but rumor has it that you can sometimes find them in unpopular but scandalous games. Is that true? If you should find them, give them a shout out from the Serious Games staff. Alright. It's rare to meet someone who still remembers us. Let me guess, you're a pro player. I used to be, now I'm learning a new trade. You changed jobs. I'd instantly start playing again if I could. In my time, players were committed. The world is getting worse by the day. Ken became very quiet. He lowered his head. He had the skin of a veteran, old, powerful, and marked with scars. Where are my manners? Have a drink with me and we'll talk. He offered me a bottle smelling of strong liquor. It's an honor. Ken drank, burped, and focused on staying upright. The bottle must have had a hefty piece of code for such an effect. We'll drink. Thank you. I took a long, thorough swig from the bottle he offered. I immediately felt the cheat hidden within the alcohol hit my senses and flow through my entire virtual body. I got dizzy. Your new cheat works, Trepanator. Let's see if the kid has anything interesting installed. He connected to my private deck. I was too drunk to stop him. You should be more careful, kiddo. I won't hurt you, I'm just copying your toys, but you never know who you might stumble onto next time. Ken looked as if staying upright required his full attention. There. Soon you'll sober up and be good as new. He grinned. I saw him finish copying my private programs and end the connection. Let's comment on his tattoos. Tattoos? Things from the under the city? Pretty. Thanks, you have a good eye, youngster. You're a little drunk, though. He snickered at his own joke. I minded that I was drunk, but I thought I could investigate drunk, no problem. I was good enough. Let's comment on the old skin. The Virtulium was spinning before my eyes, so I pointed a finger in the rough direction of one of Panasantor's and spoke eloquently. So old. You mean the skin? You bet it is. Why? You think the game should feature only young people? It seemed like I hit a nerve. I felt sober, decided to test this important hypothesis by standing on one leg and barely avoid hitting the floor. Maybe no yet. Alright, let's ask about Fredo. I'm searching for a player. Have you seen him? You say you found a certain player, haven't you? He pointed smugly at himself. I had the impression that I could investigate better, squeeze stuff out of him, that spiteful fossil. Let's leave. I decided to go somewhere else. I took one wobbly step onto the spinning sidewalk. You're not going anywhere in this state, kid. Someone might rob you. Sober up here with us. His hand on my shoulder weighed a ton. I stayed. The cheat peeved me. Delete it, damn it. He chuckled. Not possible. The cheat is highly realistic. You can only sober up with time. Leave. I decided to go elsewhere. He said no, curse him. Alcohol made my manners optional. I prepared an impeccable tirade that would utterly subjugate all the wicked old men in the world. You ass. Kids don't know how to drink these days. Calm down, kiddo, or your skin will pale. I nervously checked whether the cheat damaged my avatar and he chuckled. My irritation grew. I had to think of something that seemed realistic. Maybe I could run and sweat it off. Leave. Veterans had a lot of time on their hands. I didn't. I concentrated and started shuffling away. After a few steps, I felt the alcohol cheat deleting itself from my avatar. Panasantor chuckled. Was he controlling it? Let's speak to him again now. The veteran welcomed me with a crooked smile. You back for more? Oh, I can't ask him anything now. That's fine. You? The man's avatar was well over 60. The body of a strong man. His face wrinkled into a warm smile as soon as he met my gaze. Ken whispered reverently. Do you know who this is, Chief? Hey there, good looking. I'm Trepanator. His calm eyes held a hypnotizing joy. He extended his hand to me the way people used to in the old days. Only the oldest low city inhabitants remember the custom. Shake his hand. Yeah, shake his hand. Okay, so I'm looking. Well, I'll mention his avatar first. Interesting choice of avatar, extremely unusual. I know, it stands out for its refined simplicity, but I gather that's not what you had in mind. Go ahead, be nosy all you want. You wouldn't be the first person to shamelessly pry. His smile was disarmingly honest, or was he an exceptional actor? It looks natural. Your avatar looks very natural. Most of the players use the opportunity to beautify themselves. You mean, why do I choose to look like a fossil? You don't have to coddle me. He stared at me from under his bushy eyebrows and smiled. For me, that'd be a compliment. I paid a small fortune for the avatar. He laughed heartily upon seeing my confusion. It's an interesting choice. You had the means to become anyone you wanted and you chose an old man with liver spots and a broken nose? He smiled indulgently. All that glitters is gold, good looking. Although I do appreciate the way you look here. I have features here you've never dreamed of. My blood tastes like strawberries. Always liked them. He pondered something for a bit. So far I've only seen one player here with an avatar of this class. Oh, so you might have seen Fredo. Why do you choose the avatar? It offers me a semblance of what it's like in the real world, a normal life, you know? It's an estimate of how I'd look if I got the chance to grow old. Why didn't you grow old? You didn't get the chance to grow old? What do you mean? I died and was reborn. I'm free of pain, exhaustion, and all the humdrum problems of everyday existence. I only live in Virtulia. I'm a Zoonet. Oh, okay. So we kinda know about these ones. How did you die? I'm almost too embarrassed to say. My overconfidence killed me. I was young and stupid and I overestimated my own skills a lot. I wanted to join the Painters, the famous gaming team. I broke into happy hunting grounds to show off and dazzle them with my skill and use an untested cheat. By the time they reached my flat, necrosis had already set in. Panasantor was gracious enough to pay to have my brain saved. Comment on his happiness. Despite all that, you seem quite content. You seem to reach far back into the past, pondering. It's just, I've been a gaming nomad all my life. I have a second chance thanks to the boys. They made the Randan transfer possible for me, even though I was an insignificant brat back then. Now my brain rests in a safe. I do dream of seeing Relium again sometimes. I miss some places, but I can't afford a Mobrium. When did you die? How long has your body been dead? My avatar shows my correct age. I died before my voice changed. I didn't know what to say. He smiled at my expression. Wasn't so bad. Puberty and Twisted and Perverted has its perks. I could show you a thing or two. I know enough. Not to boast, but if anyone was to do the teaching, it would probably be me. He flashed a cunning smile. I think we should check which one of us is right. Preferably in a cozy, secluded place with no interruptions. How'd you make a living? How'd you earn money if you can only function in Virtulia? Manufacture cheats, the old type. And nobody else is doing it anymore, so they're selling like crazy. They're all secured from external examination. We'll just self-delete, so they're practically untraceable. A 99.999% success rate. There was only one case in my entire career where someone traced me. Who did it? She was an even bigger fossil than I was. Used DDoS on my emergency access gate to the virus. so naturally I wasn't prepared for that. What year were they from? 2040? That method has been obsolete for decades. That's enough. Have you seen Fredo? I'm looking for a kid. He might have attracted attention with the way he behaved. Have you seen anything unusual? Stop looking for kids and pay attention to elders. Experience and skill are more important when having fun. He winked at me. Fine, there was one guy like that. Had a fin handle. It's a gay bay. Made some noise at the entrance to the level through the subway. Wasn't worth my time. Tell me about him. Can you tell me more about him? I kept telling you, that's the wrong person to take an interest in. You're twisted and perverted. Go on, experiment a bit. Stick to the investigation. Very funny. Now focus, please. The faster you give me information, the sooner I'll be out of your hair, or what's left of it. He looked askance at me. Kid must have been important or loaded. He had something hovering over him the whole time. That's all I can think of. He ended with a friend. The latter had a funny name too. Flapdoodle, that's what it was. I returned to the investigation. A shame. You can always come back, though. He stared at my butt shamelessly as I was leaving. Okay, well. That's some info there. And I think, unfortunately, it's time to end the episode. Have we found out anything? No, although I suspect that Hornay might be the unicorn. Just, you know, a small thought. North of the subway, there's literally only one person. She's a unicorn with a horn, and a unicorn goes neigh. It just seems too obvious. But anyway, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.